have a look at what you've got there. So, so what work do you do? I've been working, okay, at a hospital. For 7 years as a nurse. I usually care for patients. Okay, so that would be care for who have a surgery. Most of most of the patients have cancer, just cancer, not a cancer, just cancer. I do like most of my job, although it's not easy and tough sometimes. Yep. Okay. Right. So, do you like your job? Yeah. Yes, I do. It was not easy when I started it, but I do feel happy when I help patients and improve their, well, if it's patients, it's lives, because it's plural as well. Also, my working schedule is very flexible, and I work anywhere from traditional locations such as hospitals and doctors' offices to less obvious locations, including home, healthcare, and schools. Oh, really? That's quite varied, your work then, isn't it? You're not just in hospital all the time. All right.
It's true.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're the first one that's not working in a hospital. Well, no, I've got another student who is a teacher in a school, but she's also the school nurse. So she teaches healthcare and she's the school nurse. Why did you choose to do that type of work? There are several reasons that I became a nurse. First of all, as I said, I like helping people, so I'm happy most of the time when I work. For another, it's not difficult to get a job compared to others. Since there are a number of job opportunities, last but not least, my cousin's a nurse and she recommended me to a nursing school. When I graduated high school. Oops. And I became a nurse. I think it's a great decision in my life. Right. So what I'm starting to notice after the first few questions is that you drop your articles a lot. You drop the A's and the these and the ands. So it's something that you need to work on. Okay. So let me just send you a link to something that I think is a very, very useful website. Okay, so there's a website called the English Test Store, which I recommend to most of my students. The very first test on there is about articles because it's the most common mistake that people make. So this website is I've tried a lot of the tests on here. I've never found any mistakes on it. It's free. You can put it on your, you can store the link on your phone or on any kind of device, and anytime that you're waiting for a bus or waiting for somebody or in a cafe or something like that, you can just go on it and just try some of the tests on there. And each test is about 10 questions. They normally have many questions for each of those topics that they're showing on there. So, if you go in there, what I normally find with articles is people say to me, oh, I did the articles test and I got 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, which is a good score. So the thing is, they do know how to use articles. It's just that they don't use articles normally when they're thinking about other things. So when they're writing a whole sentence, they don't think about what the article is. They just skip it. But they do know the grammar. Most of the Korean students know the grammar. It's just that they don't use all of the grammar. So but I think you need to practice. You need to avoid those mistakes. So I would recommend that's a really good resource for you to practice on. Do you miss being a student? Of course, sometimes I do miss my uni times. At that time, I was able to hang out with my college friends and study without the problems that I suffer now. There was a pressure, of course. However, I had more energy. Well, not in that case, you don't need an article. I had more energy and passion. Right, okay, hometown. What's the name of your hometown? It's Gumi, located... Okay, at south. Okay, in the south. Okay, or in this case in the southern area. From Seoul. I lived there. I didn't live in there. I lived there for 20 years with my... How many families did you have?
4.
4 families?
Yeah.
How have you got 4 people who are in the family?
Yeah, 4 people in the family.
Yeah, right. So, but it's one family. So it's with my family.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
Right.
some people have a lot of families. I'm not
Right.
I'm not judging you. I'm just checking. That's all.
Yeah, you're really often person. Yeah.
Okay. It's quite a peaceful city with beautiful scenery, such as huge mountains and rivers. Or is it only one mountain and one river, or is it many mountains and one river? What's the situation there? How many rivers?
1.
Right, okay. So it's and a river in that case. And how many mountains?
Just 1.
Okay, so it's a mountain.
Oh.
Okay, a huge mountain. And a river. Is that a big city or a small place? Actually, in terms of size, it's bigger than Seoul, really. Wow. But there are way smaller facilities such as malls, entertainment centers, and hospitals compared to the capital city. I think it's a middle city. Or probably better to say a middle sized city. Because there are a number of factories in my hometown. Okay. Okay, that's as far as you got. Yep. Okay, that's all right. So, if you found this IELTS class useful, informative, or entertaining, please give it a like, subscribe, and share with other people who you think might benefit from these live IELTS class videos using actual examination topics. Most of the students participating in these classes are now living their dream in English-speaking countries around the world. If you want classes with me, you can contact me on X, LinkedIn, MS Teams, or Viber. Details are given in the description below or on the About page for this channel. Thank you.